Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world, but worried your bank account might throw itself off a cliff the moment you book a plane ticket? Good news, fellow traveler on a budget. $50 still takes you shockingly far in some of the world's most colorful and culture-packed cities, even in 2025. Think mouth-watering street food, ancient ruins, tropical beaches, and steamy hammams, all without the terrifying pending transaction dread. Let's grab our imaginary passports and see just how ridiculously rich $50 can make you feel in Hanoi, Istanbul, Oaxaca, Marrakech, and Cebu. Number 5. Hanoi, Vietnam. Welcome to Hanoi, where scooters rule, pho soothes the soul, and your $50 transforms into a wallet-busting 1.2 million Vietnamese dong. You kick off the day with a steaming bowl of pho bo $2.10, the kind of breakfast that tastes like it was made in a grandma's kitchen. Next up, Hanoi's hidden gem, egg coffee $1.70. You duck into a narrow alley cafe and sip on a rich, creamy cup that's part breakfast, part dessert. Feeling buzzy, you explore the Temple of Literature $2.90, Vietnam's first university. Then visit the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum $1.5 to pay respects to the nation's revered leader. By now, it's time to embrace chaos. Rent a motorbike $5 and fuel up $2.10 to join the flow of scooters swirling through the city. Lunch: bun cha with grilled pork, noodles, spring rolls, and a mango smoothie sets you back just $5.5. You wrap up the afternoon with a blissful full-body massage $12.60. Then grab a SIM card with generous data $10.10 to keep sharing your scooter selfies and food snaps. By day's end, you feasted, explored, relaxed, and still have spare change for souvenirs and snacks. In Hanoi, $50 feels like a fortune. Ready for your next stop? Number 4. Istanbul, Turkey. Istanbul, the city where continents collide, spices intoxicate, and cats rule the streets like tiny furry emperors. Here, $50 is about 1,600 Turkish lira, enough to eat like a sultan, bathe like royalty, and still catch a boat ride down the Bosphorus. Breakfast is sacred here, and for about $3.10, you sit down to a traditional Turkish feast. Menemen, scrambled eggs with peppers and tomatoes, olives, cheeses, warm bread, and endless cups of say tea. You'll wonder why you ever accepted boring cereal back home. After stuffing yourself, you stroll down to the waterfront and catch a Bosphorus ferry for just $4.70, grabbing a warm, sesame-coated simit along the way for a $0.50. As you cruise between Europe and Asia, seagulls wheel overhead, and the call to prayer echoes across the water. It's movie-level magic. Feeling cultural? For about $6.20, you step into the Hagia Sophia, once a church, then a mosque, then a museum, and now a mosque again. The mosaics, the chandeliers, the sheer scale of the place will make you wonder how they pulled it off without cranes or Photoshop. You're sweaty, you're dusty, it's hammam time. Slip into a traditional local hammam. None of those tourist traps, for around $10. In a cloud of marble and steam, you're scrubbed to within an inch of your life. When you emerge, your skin feels so smooth, you could probably win a wet seal contest. Next, you devour a lunch of doner kebab, washed down with a cold ayran, yogurt drink, and follow it up with some baklava, so syrupy and flaky it should come with a warning label. Total cost, around $9.30. Finally, you pick up a local Saham card or top up your Istanbul card, transport card, for around $8, ensuring you're good to ride trams, metros, and even more ferries. You still have enough left over to haggle poorly for some spices or Turkish delight at the Grand Bazaar, where getting slightly ripped off is basically part of the experience. Number 3. Oaxaca, Mexico. If cities were flavors, Oaxaca would be a fiesta of mole, mezcal, and marigold petals. Here, $50 gives you about 850 Mexican pesos, and the right to eat your way through half the city. First up, breakfast. You feast on a giant tlayuda, a toasted tortilla smothered in beans, cheese, meat, and salsa, plus a fresh juice for around $4. Take that, sad Starbucks muffin. With your belly full, you hop into a colectivo and head up to Monte Alban, a majestic Zapotec ruin perched above the city. Entrance plus transport runs you about $6. You stand atop ancient pyramids, feeling tiny, mortal, and very sunburned. Next, it's mezcal o'clock. For $7, you get a mezcal tasting flight at a local bar, learning how each smoky sip is crafted with centuries of love and realizing too late that mezcal is roughly the strength of rocket fuel. Lunch is a two-course affair of mole negro, the culinary pride of Oaxaca, and a frosty agua fresca, setting you back about $8. One taste of the rich, chocolatey sauce, and you understand why people write poems about it. You spend your afternoon wandering artisan markets, shelling out $10 for vibrant hand-woven textiles, pottery, and possibly a lucha libre mask you absolutely don't need but suddenly can't live without. Before the day ends, you top up your SIM card for about $5 and dive into a street food crawl-a-lope dripping with cheese, tacos al pastor, spinning on fiery spits, sweet tamales wrapped in banana leaves, spending your last few pesos like a boss. Number 2. Marrakech, Morocco. Marrakech is a sensory explosion, where every corner smells of cumin, orange blossom, and possibility. $50 here gets you about 500 Moroccan dirhams. And trust me, you're about to be very busy. You start your day with a traditional Moroccan breakfast: flatbreads, honey, olives, and mint tea strong enough to wake the dead for around $4. Fueled up, you visit the Bahia Palace and the iconic Jardin Majorelle, where the colors are so vibrant you wonder if your eyes are malfunctioning. Entry costs about $10. You pause for a henna tattoo at a bustling market, paying around $5. It's beautiful and intricate, until you accidentally smear it trying to check Google Maps. Time to unwind at a traditional hammam for around $8. You're scrubbed clean with black soap and left feeling softer than a buttered pancake. Lunch is a glorious tagine, slow-cooked to perfection with chicken, preserved lemons, and olives, costing around $10. You also grab a sticky date or two for dessert because when in Marrakech, sugar is basically mandatory. To stay connected, you grab a local SIM card for about $8 and spend your last few dirhams haggling fiercely and laughing harder over spices, slippers, and souvenirs in the dizzying labyrinth of the souks. Number 1. Cebu, Philippines. If paradise had a mailing address, it would be somewhere in Cebu. Here, $50 becomes around 2,800 Philippine pesos, more than enough to live your tropical island dreams. The day begins with a hearty Filipino silog breakfast: garlic, fried rice, eggs, and your choice of meat plus strong local coffee for about $5. You rent a scooter for the day for about 450 php, $8, and zip through coconut-lined roads, feeling like a character in your own adventure movie. Next up, it's time for some serious natural beauty. You join an island-hopping tour or go canyoneering at Kawasan Falls for around $10, swimming in water so blue you'll suspect Photoshop is involved. Lunch is a seafood feast right by the beach at a local turo, where grilled fish and fresh oysters cost you about $8. Before heading back, you pay $5 to visit one of Cebu's famed waterfalls or natural springs, slurping down a frosty halo and a mango shake for another $4 combined. With the remaining pesos, you pick up a SIM card for connectivity, $5, and blow the rest on trinkets and shell jewelry handmade by local artisans. And there you have it, 5 incredible countries where $50 makes you feel like a rock star on a world tour. If you enjoyed this adventure and you're already mentally packing your bags, smash that like and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Now go start planning your $50 global takeover. See you in the next video. Adventure's just one click away.